The controversial Citizenship Amendment Bill was passed by the Lok Sabha yesterday, but the government, under fire from its own allies in the northeast, chose not to table the bill in the upper house today and instead pushed the quota bill. The Citizenship Bill aims to provide citizenship to non-Muslim illegal immigrants from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan, and the centre's push has triggered protests across the northeast. Home Minister Rajnath Singh defended the bill in the Rajya Sabha and said it was not specific to the northeast but would apply to illegal immigrants across India. The bill has caused a furor in the northeast, which has already been grappling with the implementation of the NRC. In fact, critics argue that the bill renders the NRC redundant. There has been widespread criticism of the bill as it seeks to recognize religion of a person as a criteria to offer citizenship, excluding Muslims. Protests against the Citizenship Bill have rocked the northeast as the ethnic Assamese see this as a move to legitimize illegal immigration from Bangladesh. The BJP's ally, the AGP, has quit the alliance in protest, and BJP ministers in Assam, like Finance Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma, are reported to have called the bill a necessary intervention to ensure that the Assamese Hindus don't end up becoming a minority in the state. Joining us now to discuss this further, Praful Kumar Mohanta, former Chief Minister of Assam, Fawad Halim of the CPIM, Syed Zafar Islam of the BJP, Sangeeta Puro, Barua Prishruti, Deputy Editor of The Wire, and Karishma Hasnath, Network 18 Senior Correspondent, joins us from Guwahati. Before I come to my guests, let's listen in to what the Home Minister Rajnath Singh had to say in the Rajya Sabha today, and then we'll get reactions.
यह बिल सिर्फ असम में रह रहे माइग्रेंट्स के लिए नहीं है, न ही यह किसी एक देश से भारत आने वाले माइग्रेंट्स की भलाई के लिए है। हजारों की संख्या में माइग्रेंट्स देश की पश्चिमी सीमाओं से होकर भी गुजरात, राजस्थान, दिल्ली, मध्य प्रदेश और अन्य राज्यों में इस समय रह रहे हैं। यह कानून उनके लिए भी है। मैं फिर स्पष्ट करना चाहूंगा उपसभापति महोदय कि यह विधेयक देश के सभी स्टेट्स और यूटीज के लिए भी लागू होगा।
Well, that's the Home Minister defending the Citizenship Amendment Bill, which was cleared by the Lok Sabha but was not tabled in the Rajya Sabha today, perhaps the government developing cold feet. Praful Kumar Mohanta, former Chief Minister of Assam and the founder of the Assam Gana Parishad, the AGP, joins us now. Mr. Mohanta, appreciate you joining us here. Your party has decided to break ties with the BJP and quit the NDA alliance. What is it that you hope to get from the government by way of intervention? At least as far as the Rajya Sabha is concerned, the bill has not been tabled today. Does that give you some cause for relief and comfort?
Probably you know that after 6 years of long Assam movement, Assam Accord was signed, and 855 people they lost their life. Now, as per provision of the Assam Accord, we accepted the people who entered our country and then state. Up to 24th March 1971, we accepted them. Now, the new bill is going to violate the provision of the Assam Accord, because in this new bill, they indicated that the religious minority people of different countries, the government decided to convert them citizenship. And it will be going to violate the provision of the Assam Accord, and the indigenous people of Assam will become minority if they entered Assam. And there's a the education, culture, language, and the political rights of the people of the local people will be going to lose. Therefore, we oppose the Assam and oppose this bill from the very beginning. And the Home Minister also informally assured us that this bill may not be come to the House, but he himself has placed the bill before the House, and therefore alliance, our party decided not to continue the alliance, and our 3 ministers they submitted resignation today, and other chairman sector will be going to resign within short time.
Okay. as I pointed out, and your concern is that this is a contradiction of the Assam Accord, which fixed the cutoff date for citizenship as the 24th of March 1971. You've decided to quit the NDA alliance. The fact that the bill has not come through the Rajya Sabha today, it was cleared by the Lok Sabha tomorrow. Do you believe that this now leaves some room for further negotiation with the government?
No, from the very beginning, our party take up the issue with the central government. And we informed the BJP also, our party, that if they are going to pass this bill or place this bill, then this is not possible for the IGP to continue the alliance. Because we shake hand with BJP at the time of due to people adjustment, people alliance, not post-poll. And they violate the provision of the coalition government. The Assam is the coalition government because the BJP, they may get the more seats due to people alliance. And AGP and BPF, these three political parties are there.
How do you respond, Mr. Mohanta, to the statements that have been made by Assam's Finance Minister Hemant Biswa Sarma? He's been quoted as saying people are concerned that we're trying to bring somebody outsiders, which is false. Without the bill, we are surrendering ourselves to the philosophy of Jinnah. This is a fight between Jinnah's legacy and India's legacy. This is what the Finance Minister of Assam, Hemant Biswa Sarma, is quoted as saying.
He was the Minister of the Assam Accord also, implementation of the Assam Accord Department also, when Tarun Gogoi was the Chief Minister. And now same portfolio he holds, though he is also hold the Finance and PW Department, under the Chief Minister of the Sarbananda Sonowal. He himself is a puzzle. He mentioned the provision of the 6th clause also, Assam Accord. Therefore, Assam Accord is the heart of the Assamese people, the people of Assam here. And we don't want that it should be maligned by somebody.
Okay.
Why he not opposed it?
Before I let you go, sir, what is... Sure. So you're accusing the BJP of trying to embark on a vote bank politics at this point in time. You're accusing them of doing a flip-flop on the commitments that they had made, not just to your party, but to the people of Assam and the Northeast as well. But what is the way forward from here?
No, BJP also going to lose the democratic norms also. The people of Assam opposes it from the very beginning. And different parts of our country, different political party, they speaks on the floor of the house against this bill. After that also, why government, they bring this bill on the floor of the house, they try to pass it.
Well, while there was a JPC that was constituted, the JPC did clear it. Of course, there were dissenting voices from parties like the Congress as well as the TMC, but the JPC did clear this, post which the government took it to cabinet and cleared it, and then took it to the Lok Sabha and had the Lok Sabha clear it. You're saying that there is no truck with the BJP on this issue, and there is no cause or room for reconciliation.
This is included in our preamble of the Constitution. This BJP government is the
so you're also calling... Yeah, you're also saying that this is unconstitutional. You're also saying that the bill is... Yes, you're saying that this fails the test of Article 14 of the Constitution of India. We'll leave it there for now. Praful Kumar Mahanta, the former Chief Minister of Assam, appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18. Zafar Islam, you've heard what the former Chief Minister of the state has to say, a former ally of yours till the last 48 hours ago. Flip-flop, vote bank politics, opportunism, that is what the BJP is displaying. That is the criticism of your party.
See, Shireen, there are two important issues. First, that whenever a coalition partner or who had been our partner, we do not speak and comment on the comments made by them. So whatever comments he has made, I will not speak anything on and react to his comments. Because I belong to a political party and disciplined political party, and if
I'm not
reacts,
Zafar, I'm not asking.
But let me tell you the issue here.
I'm not asking you to react to his comments. I'm asking you to react to the point that there was a commitment made by the BJP to a party like the AGP, which you've gone back on. That is their argument.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, that I cannot make any comments on this comment made by him, because if whatever he's claiming is something which is known to our leadership, so I will not comment on that. But what is important, Shireen, that we are only working to safeguard the national interest, and that is something which every citizen should support. Illegal immigrants cannot be allowed to stay here and have a claim on the resources of the country, when the citizens only have the claim. The issue that which we are targeting is only the illegal immigrants, and how can they have claim and how can they stay here? I mean, there's somebody, every country and every other country, if you go, they will always ask that illegal immigrants.
The charge against your the charge being made by. Sir, the charge being made by parties like the AGP is that you're legitimizing infiltration, you're legitimizing illegal migration, that you've changed the cutoff date as per the Assam Accord, you've moved the date for your benefit. No,
only the religious minorities from six religious minorities from 3 countries. And the reason why has also been explained by the Honorable Home Minister on the floor of the Parliament. Where will they go? They are the religious minorities from India. They have and they are living in either in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, and subject to atrocities.
The other charge, the other charge Zafar Islam, the other charge Zafar Islam
should be accommodated, and they have been accommodated.
Why deliberately and consciously exclude Muslims?
See, when you were referring to Jinnah, Mr. Hemanta Biswa's comment on Jinnah, see, who is responsible for partition? It is Jinnah. So I think that the people who have opted to go there in Pakistan, and they were primarily Muslim, and they chose to abandon their own country and stay there. I mean, I am a Muslim. My family members chose to stay back here. Is anybody questioning about my citizenship?
But
those who chose to go there, they have.
Is it constitutionally right to identify a person's citizenship by their religion? Is that provided for under the Constitution of India?
No, you have to understand the rationale here. Rationale is that these religious minorities are subject to a lot of harsh treatment in these countries. Their stories, and see what the comments they have to make about how they have been subject to atrocities. And in such situation, and they have no other country to go. Which other country you can ask themselves, which other country they can go except India? And on a very passionate ground, they need to be accommodated and provided citizenship. And that is something which our government has agreed to consider.
Then why the cold feet? Why didn't you table the bill in the Rajya Sabha today? It was cleared by the Lok Sabha yesterday. The decision for the BJP not to table the bill in the Rajya Sabha today on the last day of the session.
It's not a cold feet. It's not a cold feet. See, we know how much what is our number, what is our strength. And the kind of support which we are getting, it's not only bill. There are so many bills which has not become legislation purely because these are outstanding in the Rajya Sabha. See the number of bills which are outstanding in the Rajya Sabha to get support from the responsible opposition parties. But unfortunately, these parties are not behaving responsibly and not letting us pass this bill to become a legislation. This is what, even today, what they did. They opposed this bill to the nail, even though the Honorable Home Minister explained to them yesterday.
Let me go across to my other panelists now. Let me get Fawad Halim of the CPIM to respond. If I could sum up the argument that's being presented by the BJP spokesperson, that this bill is in national interest, that the opposition is acting irresponsibly by not supporting it, and the opposition, in a sense, which is the much bandied about term, is acting against national interest by not supporting this bill. Fawad Halim, how do you respond?
Well, it's very clear, the first person who spoke on your show was one of the NDA partners. So the Bharatiya Janata Party has not been in a position to carry the NDA partners on the question of this bill. Let them speak less about what the opposition is saying on the bill. One has to be very clear that the Bharatiya Janata Party has definitely impacted institutions, and in the passing this bill, one has to understand that parliamentary practice has been disrupted. And one of the major ways that we have developed our culture of parliamentary practice is to understand how parliament interacts with the people. Now, when the JPC went to Assam, it received serious delegations, and it faced a series of protests. In response to that, the JPC had clearly told the people of Assam that they are going to revisit Assam on the question of this bill. Now, what's the most unfortunate part is that the Bharatiya Janata Party, to impose its Hindi heartland attitude on the Northeast, has bulldozed this bill. They have closed the JPC without a review visit to Assam and talked to the people and the stakeholders of there, and they have pushed it through Lok Sabha. Now, this attitude, I think so, is not going to be a very productive, not going to allow us to reach to a productive end. One has to understand the deep sentiments. There are deep issues that go into not only up to our independence, but beyond our independence and further into the history of Assam. Now, those stakeholders, those people who have an idea about their own identity on the question of citizens amendment, if those ideas and those opportunities are not allowed to engage, you promise, you say that you're going to visit them again, you don't visit them, you bulldoze the bill through parliament, and then you say that no, everybody is anti-national. I think so this is not a very productive way in which the BJP is handling the situation. We know that 2019 is close by. The BJP needs certain central slogans in the heartland, but if you're going to treat the peripheral states in such a fashion, then the BJP is not going to lose the people's trust. They have already started.
Do you believe that this is more about West Bengal for the BJP?
No, that's what I'm saying. All these issues that the BJP is trying to push through Parliament with an eye to the 2019 election is going to impact the people of India and their attitudes. There's going to be serious polarization. Okay. Now, polarization is one of the outcomes that the BJP feels is going to benefit the BJP, but is not going to benefit the nation as a whole. So this Citizen Amendment Act is going to be faced with serious reservations, and people are going to organize themselves. I think so we missed the opportunity of engagement. We missed the opportunity that Parliament afforded in bringing the stakeholders together on the same table and evolve a consensus around what should be the Citizens Amendment. And I think so that opportunity is lost, and the sole responsibility lies with the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Well, let me go across to Sangeeta Barua Pishroti. Sangeeta, thanks very much for joining us on the program. This is a complex issue, and it's not an issue that can be resolved in a 30-minute television program. I want to ask you about what the way forward is, and where does this leave the entire NRC exercise? It seems fairly clear that perhaps on account of the BJP's own allies jumping ship and the kind of furor that we're seeing across the Northeast, which the BJP is betting on ahead of 2019, they may have developed cold feet on trying to push this through. But now that the pot is simmering, where does this leave things, and what is the way forward?
See, as you said, it is a very complex issue. And it's a very, very old issue, long festering, its roots goes back, to the pre-partition days. So, and then when it comes to now 2019 elections, and what you see is this bill suddenly being brought to the Lok Sabha and passed. But prior to that, this NRC updating process is also on, which is again, a lot of bureaucratic tangles. Lot of people are suffering also because of that. So that itself is like a huge process, and nobody knows where it's going to end up and how many people are finally going to be out of this final NRC, and it's a court monitored process, and all these things are going on. And then you suddenly see this bill, coming. But the thing is that, the bill, the protest against the bill has been going on, not just in Assam, entire Northeast for a long time. Because you know, the migration issue is a very sensitive issue in the entire Northeast. The insider-outsider thing is a very old and sensitive issue. They don't see this issue from the point of view of religion, from the sense of community. So, but when you see this bill being brought, you know, from the point of view of from religion, you know, it is not going to be acceptable to the people. And what unfortunately is happening is that it is pitting one community against another. The Bengali community, Hindu community, you know, are suddenly being, you know, put against the, you know, the Assamese community. And the fault lines are very old, you know, these old fault lines are being revived, you know, this is unfortunate. So this, and suddenly in the time of elections, this is happening. So then, you know, in the coming months, you know, it's going to even go up and more politicized. So the social fabric of a multi-ethnic state like Assam is going to be very badly affected by this. So this is the cost. And the other long-term cost is also, you know, the secessionist movement, you know, the peace that we have in Assam today is very delicate for the last decade and a half, you know. And why did this insurgency happen in Assam? It's because of this migration issue, you know, that the accord also couldn't completely solve the problem. So, and now when we see, you know, a lot of people since yesterday, day before, people have been talking about, you know, that the same thing about, you know, Northeast being neglected by New Delhi, you know. So this is not a very good place to be in, you know. And the other thing
so let me ask you this, Sangeeta.
Also the clause 6 of the...
Yeah, sorry, clause 6, you were saying?
Yes. Yeah, no, what I was pointing out is also the clause 6 of the Citizenship Act, which was inserted into the act as per the Assam Accord. And now what we see is that, like, you know, the Supreme Court has already forwarded this, you know, to handle the legitimacy, the validity of this section 6 to a larger bench. The bench is not formed yet. And then we see this bill being brought on the basis of, you know, by saying, if you read the JPC report, it says that, you know, it subverts, try to subvert the section 6A, but it also adds that, you know, the legal mechanism should be looked into by the government, otherwise it will end up in an embarrassing situation.
Fair point.
So that means the section 6A is not decided, and then you are bringing in this bill.
Yeah. Okay, very quickly, let me ask you this, Sangeeta. You talked about the fissures, you talked about the fault lines being revived. Do you believe that this is going to, the polarization will actually help the BJP in the Northeast? Will it weaken it in the Northeast? Will it help them in West Bengal? I mean, you know, clearly political arithmetic is at the heart of the timing of this move. How do you believe it's going to play out?
See, I don't think this bill has been brought keeping in mind Assam, because if you see the, you know, whom are they trying to appease? You know, if you see that they're trying to appease the Bengali Hindu voter base. So that's very, you know, if you see the 14 Lok Sabha seats in Assam, it's Bengali majority is only one, Silchar. So, you know, and most of the seats are in the Brahmaputra Valley, which is the Assamese heartland, and they are so opposed to the bill. So obviously it is in keeping Bengal in mind. But what I don't think the BJP actually thought that it's going to boomerang on them this way, you know, because already if you see party national president Amit Shah and all saying that, you know, 21 of the 25 seats they are eyeing in the Northeast, you know. So then suddenly this whole thing happens. And today what I see that it's not even sent to the Rajya Sabha. So obviously I think there is some kind of rethinking happening.
Absolutely. Karishma Hasnath, Network 18 senior correspondent in Guwahati, also with us. Karishma, give us a sense of what's happening on the ground. There have been sporadic incidents of violence, etc. What is the situation as of today, now that the bill hasn't been taken up by the Rajya Sabha?
Well, a short while ago, the 3 AGP ministers had tendered their resignation. They have resigned. They have broke all ties with the Bharatiya Janata Party. And the sense on ground is that it's troubled times for Assam, unprecedented protests, unruly scenes, and an amazing sense of solidarity is being seen with various sections of people coming together college students, school students are rallying in the streets. Farmers, people from different quarters, different groups and organizations manifesting anti-bill sentiments have got together. A short while ago, a massive torch rally was organized in Guwahati with intellectuals and artists and singers all coming together, opposing the Citizenship Amendment Bill and the government's move. Now that it has been introduced in Lok Sabha, people are saying that protests would only escalate further, and things are surely not looking good for Assam and the Northeast. And also, things are not going good for the Bharatiya Janata Party with the AGP resigning, and also Conrad Sangma's NPP also hinting of a possible breakup soon.
Well, that could be next. Conrad Sangma also saying that they are reviewing their association. Zafar Islam, I'll give you the final say. Consensus on the panel. This is a move that will boomerang on the BJP. This obvious attempt at polarization is going to cost the BJP. Your aspirations, your ambitions in Northeast will come undone on account of what you've done with the Citizenship Bill. And hence, is there now a view within the BJP to review your position on this?
Shireen, see, this discussion had been there in public domain for long. This is not the first time NRC has been discussed. But you needed a political will and something which has been demonstrated by the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership. Sir, the NRC is different, sir.
Zafar Islam, don't confuse the two issues. The NRC is different from the Citizenship Bill. The NRC is a court-monitored process. The Citizenship Amendment Bill is something that your party your government has brought through Parliament.
Of course, I know, I'm aware. All I'm saying that
before bringing this bill.
All I'm saying that these both issues are important, and for them to, I mean, their concern, if these religious minorities, 6 religious minorities, have their concern, their requests have been pending for so long. I mean, if we are able to address, because they are somehow they have no other option but to approach India. Then it is our responsibility to address their concern as a responsible nation. And also, through NRC, we are safeguarding the interests of the nation. I mean, something which has been denied, which has been ignored, and
so now you're going back to NRC. You're going back to NRC. We are not. We are asking you about the rationale for bringing in the Citizenship Amendment Bill, even as the NRC process is still being executed. It is still work in progress. There have been significant issues with the NRC itself, and then you foist the Citizenship Amendment Bill through Parliament.
Shireen, as I said earlier,
my simple question to you, because we're out of time, will you review your position? AGP has already quit. Conrad Sangma is saying he is reviewing. Will you give up on this Citizenship Amendment Bill plan, given what you're seeing happen in the Northeast?
No, there's something which is important, and we will definitely try and see it through.
Okay, you'll try and see it through. That's the BJP spokesperson, but expect more resignations. That's what we've seen. 3 ministers from the AGP have sent in their resignation. The AGP has decided to quit the alliance. Fawd Halim, Syed Zafar Islam, Sangeeta Pisharodi, Karishma Hasnath, appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18 to discuss the implications across the northeast of India with the Citizenship Amendment Bill causing a furor.